Welcome to my channel. I am Julia Wayne. I am a writer. Today, I would like to talk about writers' theatre. Before I talk about writers' theatre, I would like to introduce you with my book, A Memory of My Grandparents. This book marked the 100th anniversary of my grandparents, Ukim Maulap and Dokin Yuchip. My grandfather, he was a writer, English teacher, and he was chief editor of Working People's Daily during 1963 and 1968. My grandmother, she was a writer and journalist. She was assistant editor at Working People's Daily with my grandfather. So you may see that my grandparents, they both were writers. I would like to add some title as an actor and an actress. Yes, of course. They both once became an actor and actress for writers' theatre. I wrote about writers' theatre in my book. I got all the information from my grandparents and my father. There might be some wrote about writers' theatre more detailed than what I wrote in my book, so I might miss some information about writers' theatre. But I wrote what I know about writers' theatre in my book. For today's talk, I picked some information, not all the information from my book. I have learned that writers' theatre began during Japanese regime and it lasts until 1951-52. The Burmese Writers Association decided to put up a play for the association fund. Members of the association, of course, they were writers. Members were asked to adapt so many Burmese plays. Most of them were written by U Bo Nya. U Bo Nya was a very famous writer, playwright, poet in 19th century. He portrayed so many dramatic lines of Burmese history. His dramatic lines were very long and very difficult to recite by heart. No other actors can recite his dramatic lines and sonnets by heart, except for Utuka. Utuka was both writer and actor. He was a singer and the writer. Utuka produced so many musical plays throughout Japanese occupation. Writers' theatre were held at Wewin Cinema Hall and Isasia Cinema Hall in Rangoon. Some writers joined writers' theatre, so they became actors and actresses. Their fans, their readers, came and see their performances, and their actings and their singings. They love to hear the dramatic lines of U Bo Nya. At that time of writers' theatres were held, the technology was not so advanced like today. So I could not show you precious records of photos or videos at that time of Writers' Theatre. But luckily, I have some photos and stage for Writers' Theatre from my grandparents. But I could not have a lot. So today I would like to show you some photos and some information about Writers' Theatre. A rehearsal photo of Writers' Theatre. You may recognize my grandparents. They were sitting on the old bench or on long chair. Now I will introduce you with the other two people here. He was called Utuka. I have talked about him already. He was a writer, actor, singer, and director. I think he was also a producer. He won Academy Awards in his lifetime. Now, I will introduce you with a lady. She was called To La Tan. She was a writer and journalist. Later, she became a first Burmese woman pilot trained in Israel. I heard about her from my grandparents and my father, also from Dola herself, because the families between Dola and my grandparents, they were very close friends. Now I will show you some photos on stage at Writers' Theatre, so you may see how they dressed, how they perform on stage. So it looked like a king and a queen. A writer, Tenka, who played as king, and here my grandmother. She might be play as queen. Okay. Now I would like to show you the photos of my grandmother on stage for Writers' Theatre. And now I will show you the photo of Tolatan, how she dressed on stage at Writers' Theatre. Now I will give you some writers' names at Writers' Theatre. Some of them, at the time, they were writers, but later they became famous actors and actresses in Burma. Zawana, Kakong Usan Ngui, Ngui Utang, Tida Kintui, Ting Ka, Bobagu, Uchin Sing, Utuka, Me Nue, Takadu Jima, Dola Tan, Lin Xiongni, and my grandparents, Uke Maula and Doki Muchit. However, the dictionary meaning of golden age might be, I would like to define the time the Writers' Theatres were held, the period of great happiness, the period of art, the period of time in the past when everyone was happy, when a particular art was very successful. I would like to say the people at that time, they grew up in the golden age of writers' theater. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I